Hi everyone, I just reread a book that I really like called The Next Mrs. Parrish, okay? The first book I read that I told you about last week was The Last Mrs. Parrish. It's by Liv Constantine. I really like this series. I love Liv Constantine. I think she's an excellent author and great character development. I'm all about flushing out the characters, okay? And not having too many characters, so that you understand what's going on during the story. And that's, I don't know if that's important to you, but that's important to me. Her stories are very entertaining. I didn't love this as much as the first book, but I still thought it was good. And one of the things about Liv Constantine's books is it might start off even maybe a little bit slow, but the more the book goes on, the better and better it gets, and then you're really invested in it. And so it doesn't lag in the middle. But basically, the first book, if you didn't remember, Daphne is married to a wonderful guy supposedly named Jackson, who's not so wonderful, narcissistic as if you would say. Anyway, and so she kind of comes up with the plan. She realizes that this girl named Amber, wants her husband. So she's like, hey, I don't want to be married to Jackson. I have no way to escape. So I'm going to throw these two together. Well, so the good news is Daphne gets away from her husband. She moves out to California. She was on the East Coast beforehand. She gets away. Her husband Jackson is in jail, but not for long, for tax evasion, okay? But of course, he always comes out on top. His wife Amber, who they now have a little son named Jax, is spending all his money, all right? So there's a story of that going on and a bunch of other things. And anyway, well, the one thing that Daphne's two little daughters, Tallulah and Belle, I think, or Bella. Tallulah, the older one, I don't know if she's preteen. Yeah, preteen, I think. She doesn't understand. She misses her dad because obviously her dad always showed his best side because, he always treated Tallulah really well because she was a smart child and all of that. She really misses her dad. She blames her mom for that. And so she goes to camp and she runs away. So guess what? It brings Daphne back to the East Coast and back to Jackson. And then the whole story goes from there. Now they have another story that's on the sideline that you're like, what does this have to do with anything? But it will all interject. Because to sum it up in a nutshell, Amber's past comes back to bite her. And so it's the entire story of that. It's really good. It does have some new characters to the mix, but there's some things at the ending that really surprised me. And let me just say, the ending was very satisfying. But there was something that shocking that happened at the ending. Like I'm like, what's going on? And then it's explained. But what happens to Jackson at the ending is crazy. I'd love you to read the book just for that. What happens to Amber and Jackson at the end of the book is totally crazy. And that made the book definitely worthwhile. I think it's really a good book. If you're going to read the first one, which is The Last Mrs. Parrish, you really need to read The Next Mrs. Parrish. Let me know if you've read any of Liv Constantine's books. That's all I have to say for now. Love you, appreciate you, and hope to see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.